Hi, this is Dr. Marcus Motley with the Emotional Stuff podcast. One of the most painful realities I have observed as a clinical psychologist and executive coach is that many professionals who suffer emotional abuse at work rarely seek help. They continue showing up to meetings, answering emails, smiling during conversations, and trying to perform, while privately carrying emotional wounds that are affecting their professional success, confidence, health, relationships, and their sense of self. And in some situations, not dealing with their hurt and the abuse might even result in them losing their job. These are not weak people. In many cases, they are highly capable professionals, managers, supervisors, healthcare workers, educators, executives, and public servants. Yet they often remain silent while enduring toxic criticism, humiliation, manipulation, intimidation, exclusion, gaslighting, or chronic disrespect in the workplace. Why? Because professional hurt is often invisible. Unlike a physical injury, there may be no visible bruises, no dramatic public scenes, and no obvious evidence. The abuse frequently occurs through tone, repeated dismissiveness, subtle degradation, political undermining, impossible expectations, emotional intimidation, or sustained psychological pressure over time. Many victims begin questioning themselves rather than questioning the behavior directed toward them. They say things like, maybe I'm overreacting. Perhaps I'm too sensitive. This is probably just how workplaces are these days. Or I should be stronger than this. Or maybe I am doing something wrong. Over time, emotional abuse can distort perception and slowly erode emotional stability. Another reason some people do not seek help is fear. Professionals worry that speaking up may damage their careers, reputation, advancement opportunities, or relationships at work. Some fear retaliation. Others fear being labeled difficult, emotional, unstable, or not resilient enough. Ironically, many of the people suffering the most are high achievers who have built their identity around competence, strength, and performance. Asking for help feels psychologically inconsistent with the image they have spent years trying to maintain. Some also normalize the abuse because they grew up in environments where emotional mistreatment was common. If criticism, invalidation, emotional volatility, or manipulation existed in earlier relationships, workplace abuse may unconsciously feel familiar, even though it is damaging. There is also the issue of exhaustion. Emotionally abused professionals are often mentally depleted. They spend so much energy surviving the workplace that they have little emotional capacity left to seek support, process their experiences, or develop a recovery plan. Many become trapped in a cycle of emotional survival rather than emotional healing. But despite all these reasons for silence, seeking help is critically important. 1. Emotional abuse scarcely ever improves on its own. Without intervention, emotionally abusive workplace dynamics often intensify over time. The emotional erosion becomes cumulative. What begins as anxiety may evolve into chronic stress, burnout, depression, emotional numbness, anger problems, insomnia, or severe self-doubt. Early support can prevent deeper psychological injury. 2. Your emotional health affects every area of life. Professional hurt does not remain neatly contained within the workplace. It follows people home. It affects marriages, parenting, friendships, physical health, sleep, confidence, mental health, motivation, and even spiritual well-being. Many professionals eventually realize they are no longer functioning as the person they once were. Seeking help allows you to reclaim parts of yourself that the workplace slowly diminished. 3. Isolation magnifies emotional pain. One of the most dangerous aspects of emotional abuse is isolation. Silence creates psychological distortion. People begin believing they are alone, weak, or imagining things. A skilled therapist, coach, mentor, or support system can help restore perspective, validation, clarity, and emotional grounding. Sometimes healing begins the moment someone finally says, "What happened to you was real." 4. Healing restores professional effectiveness. Emotional abuse interferes with concentration, creativity, decision-making, communication, leadership presence, and confidence under pressure. Many professionals mistakenly believe they have become less competent, when in reality they have become emotionally injured. Healing often restores not only emotional well-being but professional performance. Seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. One of the greatest misconceptions in professional culture is the belief that enduring silent suffering is strength. It is not. Real strength is recognizing when something is harming you and then responding by taking deliberate steps toward recovery, protection, healing, and growth. In my work with professionals across many industries, I have seen remarkable transformation occur when individuals finally stop minimizing their pain and begin addressing it directly. No one should have to carry professional hurt alone, and no career success is worth the destruction of your emotional health. If you aren't sure how the professional hurt that you've experienced in the past has affected you, I suggest that you take the emotional resilience assessment which I developed. Go to www.professionalhurt.com to take the assessment.